Okay, so you're headed to Dubai for EROC 2025.
Yeah.
I took a peek at the website, and wow, they've really gone all out this year.
Yeah.
It's a lot to process. Kind of trying to drink from a fire hose of medical knowledge.
You're not wrong. Conference websites can definitely feel like information overload, but that's why we're here.
Right.
We'll break it all down, highlight what's important, and get you prepped for an awesome conference.
Music to my ears. So, for those of us who haven't memorized every ENT conference under the sun, let's start with EROC 101. When is it? Where is it? And what does EROC even stand for?
All right, get your calendar out. We're talking January 16th to the 18th, 2025. And get ready for some sunshine and some cutting-edge medicine because it's all happening in Dubai.
Okay.
As for EROC, it stands for Emirates ORL Head and Neck Conference.
Emirates ORL Head and Neck Conference.
Ew.
Got it.
Yeah.
But Dubai, it seems a bit geographically specific for something with global in the title, don't you think?
That's where it gets really interesting. While it's based in the Emirates this year, they're really partnering with some major players.
Oh, really?
The American Academy of Otolaryngology, for instance, the AAO and ASEAN, which represents nations in Southeast Asia.
Wow.
They're serious about attracting a global audience. And Dr. Al Rand, the Congress president, even mentioned striving for broader international participation.
So this isn't just some friendly regional get-together then?
No.
This sounds like it's shaping up to be a big deal.
Absolutely. And this focus on international collaboration hints at, I think, the exciting advancements we're seeing in ENT right now. We're not just talking about incremental improvements here, but potential breakthroughs emerging from these global partnerships.
Okay. Color me intrigued. So beyond the whole global forum buzz, what can attendees actually expect in Dubai? You know, conference websites always promise those exciting updates, but
Yep.
I'm curious about the specifics. I feel you on that. Buzzwords are a dime a dozen. But what really caught my eye was this lineup of specialties. They're featuring otology, neurotology, rhinology.
Right.
They even have a whole section dedicated to skull-based surgery.
Yeah, those are some seriously cutting-edge areas. We're talking about procedures that were practically science fiction just a few years ago. You know, in skull-based surgery, for example, they're using endoscopic techniques now to access tumors that were once considered completely inoperable. It's remarkable.
Wow, that's incredible. I'll admit, even I'm impressed. Though as someone who gets squeamish just thinking about scalpels, I might have to sit that one out.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting hands-on, though, I saw they have those cadaver workshops. Is that normal for a conference like this?
It's becoming increasingly popular, and for good reason. It's an unparalleled opportunity to actually refine your surgical techniques, learn new procedures in a controlled environment.
So it's not just about, like, watching a presentation.
Yeah.
You actually get to, practice.
Exactly. They've got a range of workshops lined up. They've got temporal bone dissection, FESS, which, by the way, stands for functional endoscopic sinus surgery. And it is revolutionizing how we treat chronic sinusitis these days.
Wow.
Plus workshops on sleep apnea and even septorhinoplasty.
Okay, now those sound pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Though I have to admit the idea of networking after a cadaver lab is a little different. So how'd your temporal bone dissection go?
Right. You bring up a good point, though. These kinds of shared experiences, even if they are a little bit different, can be amazing icebreakers.
Yeah.
And can lead to some really fascinating conversations. That's the beauty of a conference like this. It's not just about, sitting there passively absorbing information. It's about connecting with colleagues from around the world who share your passion.
And with these workshops, you're really diving deep into very specific techniques and advancements.
Absolutely. And when you connect that back to Dr. Al Rand's message about adaptability and new ideas, it really paints a clear picture of what they're going for with this conference. This isn't just about, maintaining the status quo. It's about really pushing the boundaries of what's possible in ENT.
That's a great point. It makes you think about the conference from a whole new perspective. Now, while we're on the topic of collaboration, I wanted to circle back to those partner associations listed on the website. Yeah. They mentioned the AAO and ASEAN, of course, but also the IAP, IFHNOS. It's quite a list. Is this just for appearances, or do these partnerships actually mean something? It is an impressive roster for sure.
Right.
But what does it actually mean for attendees? Like, what should I be thinking about going into this?
It's definitely more than just window dressing. Think of it this way. You've got leading minds from all these different organizations from every corner of the globe, all gathered in one place.
Yeah.
That's a goldmine of diverse perspectives and expertise. And you never know what kind of groundbreaking collaboration might come out of a chance encounter at a session or even just over coffee.
So you're not just attending a conference. You're tapping into this global network of ENT innovators.
Precisely. And keep in mind, if you're presenting research, you're stepping onto a truly international stage here. This isn't just about, impressing your colleagues back home.
Right.
You're showcasing your work to a global audience of experts who might be looking for their next big collaboration.
That's a great point. It really adds a whole other layer of importance to presenting your work at EROC.
Now, speaking of global stages, we can't forget about Dubai itself. I have to admit, I chuckled when I saw the Visit Dubai section on the conference website. Like, anyone's going to have time for sightseeing with such a jam-packed schedule.
Right. Although a quick camel ride between sessions does have a certain appeal.
But joking aside, the location itself really does speak volumes. Dubai is so quickly becoming a hub for medical innovation, and particularly in the ENT world.
Okay.
And Dr. Al Rand's leadership is a real testament to that.
So this isn't just a conference. It's like a snapshot of where the ENT world is heading, and that future is looking pretty bright and globally connected from what we're seeing here.
Mm-hmm.
So for anyone listening who's lucky enough to be heading to EROC 2025, you got the dates, you got the global scope, you've got cutting-edge topics, hands-on learning. What more could you ask for?
Just remember to pack your open-mindedness, your thirst for knowledge, and your business cards.
Yeah.
Because you really just never know what doors might open at a global gathering like this. It's not just about the information presented, but the connections you forge and the possibilities that emerge when you bring together brilliant minds from all over the world.
And who knows, maybe you'll be the one presenting the next breakthrough in ENT on that global stage in a few years.
Exactly.
Now that's an inspiring thought to end on. So to everyone prepping for ERC 2025, safe travels, soak it all in. And for those of you joining us from all corners of the world, thanks for taking this deep dive with us.